M2 Miyabi, 97 crit rate. And you don't have discs either. That is difficult. M4 and 73 crit rate? You need 58. Okay, so to be rather frank and hopefully not all too rude, one of the reasons that you cannot really score that well is that some of your builds are really bad. So, we do not have Bernice. Why do we not have Bernice? Sag, you hate the Obol squad? Fully understandable. You also hate Sis, yeah. No Dylan, no Nangong, no Yuzua, no Remiel. So, you say that you can't 6-star DA, makes sense because you skipped all of the good units. That is the reason why. So I can tell you that you don't hit 6 or 9 stars because you don't have stunners. You just do not have stunners. That is your problem. You don't have Dylan, you don't have Yuzua, you don't have Nangong. I mean, you don't have Remiel. I mean, that looks rather fine. M2 Miyabi, 97 crit rate. And you don't have discs either. That is difficult. She is dead. Yeah, she is dead because you're overcapping crit rate by at least 10%. And you are M2, so another 15%. You're overcapping crit rate by 23%. That might be a problem here. We are gonna run this one instead. Better than overcapping crit rate by 20%. This, I guess. Gonna give bro Hellfire gears. We are gonna switch this over to normally mastery main stat. Yeah, let's use that from Velena. That is okay. We can use the attack one here. That doesn't matter. And we're gonna steal whatever your other characters have here right now. But yeah, the answer why you can't 6-star anything is because you have no discs at all, whatsoever. We only have chosen one because nobody else is online. Huh? Stun! We are still a little bit short here on decibels, unfortunately. We need more parries.
I swear on my blade.
Fuck. We need more parries here on Mibibi. The problem is that we kind of don't get really parries. That gives us a disorder here. Great.
Victory, the only option.
The chance is there to get one. You can have next one if you want. That's not my intention. Okay, we did get the 20k. I'm okay with that. Horrible gameplay, horrible RNG, but whatever. M4 and 73 crit rate? You need 58. Okay, so to be rather frank and hopefully not all too rude, one of the reasons that you cannot really score that well is that some of your builds are really bad. You should definitely look up how much crit rate you need on your units. Your Miyabi was overcapping by 20%. Your Yijuan is overcapping by 12%. And the problem is you just have the Woodpecker on here, which you kind of just don't want. But the problem is you don't really have another choice. So first of all, I'm not gonna further review your account, Chat Teaser, because I think it is rather clear what is the case. First of all, you are missing like every good unit in the entire game. You don't have Nangong, you don't have Dylan, you don't have Rivynelowen, you don't have Yuzua, and obviously you do not have Bernice. So please get Dylan in the rerun banner. It's gonna change your entire account because you have so many other units, right? You have a lot of Rupture units, you have Silly, you have Yijuan, you have Pyrus, you have YSG, you have Soldier 11, and you do have Norma, but I mean Norma can only be in one team, and you don't have Norma 6, so Norma is gonna underperform a little bit. You do have even Manato if you would like to play, bro. So please, get yourself a Dylan. It's a guarantee banner, right? It's a guarantee banner, so don't worry about that. If you can, pick up Nangong. Nangong is gonna change your account as well, because Nangong can carry literally everything. So Yuzua would probably be rather good for you. It's also on the guarantee banner, but you can only get one. And while in my guide I say please prioritize Dylan over me, and I would not lie on my guide, so please prioritize Dylan over that. If you can get Remy, it's fine, but whatever. You are fine enough to 3-star DA even right now, right? Primarily because your investment choices have been rather questionable, if I might say so. For being free to play, you might not want to pull that many Mindscape. You do have M1 Lucia, so that's nice, right? But you also have like M4 Yijuan, and your Yijuan feels horrible. Primarily because you have been at 70 crit rate, you need 58. Generally, your build is not all that great. You're running HP % here rather than ether damage. And generally, you are lacking discs. You are lacking a lot of discs. Please get Dylan, Nangong. Secondly, please farm discs. You have like no discs whatsoever. You have no possibility to build your units even remotely. And it is fine. You don't need to delete every single disc you ever have. You just need to be able to build your units, like actually build them, right? Your Pyrus is actually rather well built, a little bit lacking in crit rate, but that's probably because we changed some stuff. But oh, it's even W2 Hailstorm Shrine. Oh, didn't realize that. Your Adia has no build whatsoever, it's a dead unit right now. Your Suna is okay, it's whatever, right? You're just running this, could be better, but I mean, it's fine. You really want an ER piece here, feels horrible without that. For your Adia, just use 4-piece Phaethons. Just use attack, E4, 5, and then ER or impact, whatever you prefer. I don't care, I would recommend you impact. Sorry, ER, because it's easier to build. Your YSG is fine, there's not much to say here. Your Miyabi is still undercapping on crit right now. Ideally, you also would like AM piece here, because it's gonna feel much better, but it's whatever. Skill levels are looking rather fine. Not much to say. There are some things you probably want to level, right? You would like to get Velina to like 12. Headphone warning. 3, 2, 1. Oh, never mind. Good job. I was expecting like 30 of them. Honestly, your skill levels are much better than I expected them to be. Prioritize Nangong after. Especially if you don't get Rivynelowen. Ideally, you would also want Yuzua, honestly. Especially for me, your Miyabi. Honestly, you want both of them. But both Yuzua and Dylan are in the same banner. So you are probably not gonna get both, which is a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. Build your arena, that's good. 4-piece Moonlight, 2-piece Puffer. Doesn't matter what it is, just put on anything, right? Doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is ER D6 and pen ratio D5. Anything else, your substats don't matter. If all of your substats are flat HP, flat defense, flat attack, flat pen, or HP %, whatever, just slap it on. It doesn't matter. Arena deals absolutely no damage whatsoever. It doesn't matter. You have Weeping Cradle, which is great. She is a very, very, very good support now. And you even have her at M2, which is even better, right? So, very good free support you can use, which is great. Arguably,
This is the path I follow.
you are currently running pen ratio on your Mibibi. So, running Rina with your Mibibi is gonna outperform Sona, who isn't doing anything at all. What discs do you farm? Farm, Astral Voice, Branch and Blade. The main reason why you want to farm that is Branch and Blade is just Astral Voice, good 2-piece for attackers, and Anomaly. Branch and Blade is a good 2-piece for attackers and Rupture, right? So you are able to just get a lot of good 2-pieces here that you can share between your unit. That is important, I think. It makes building a lot of your units much easier. Otherwise, Phaethons is great to farm. Oh, let's call it best generic 2-piece, right? It is not always the best in slot. Arguably, it's never the best in slot. It is gonna be good enough that you can build all of your units, right? And you just need alternatives right now. You need discs. It also, you know, is very good for your Adia. You want a 4-piece Phaethons on that. You really want... I mean, you do have Velina. You can consider, if you want to, getting Yuzua, but I don't think you can afford both of them. The thing is, you are in a really particular spot right now. You have Velina, and you have Adia, Jane, and Piper, which are all units that are gonna work rather well with Relina, but you do need either Ramiel or Yuzua. Unfortunately, you also have no stunners whatsoever, except for an unbuilt Norma and a Jufufu, who is... Yeah, Fufu is here, but unfortunately Fufu is also not great. He is cute, but that's kind of everything. Wouldn't it be better to pull Ramiel over Yuzua? I don't think so for them. The main thing is... Yuzua works with a single anomaly unit in the entire game. It doesn't matter if they lose their 50-50 to Yanagi, they can use Yanagi with Yuzua. If they lose their 50-50, if they want to use their Miyabi, they can do so with Yuzua, right? It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be better than Sona. Yeah, and also Yuzua can work in attack teams. Some of them it's really good in, actually, like Soldier 11. You can put like Inferno Metal on them or whatever. It's fine. You can use them in a lot of teams, even if she's never best in slot. Ramiel is not gonna work for all anomaly units, but she is gonna be better for some of them, right? Or, well, most of them. And you do have Velina, but you can also just play Yuzua, Velina, Adia, and you're gonna be fine. So it's okay. That is why I personally would recommend Yuzua. The problem is, I would recommend both Yuzua and Dialin, and they're in the same banner, but you only have one guarantee, and you are free to play with 24 polygrams. Thank you so much for submitting your account. That has been definitely a more of the interesting one to do that.